One of the wealthiest families in the country, the Lodha family, is embroiled in a bitter and now public dispute. Mangal Prabhat Lodha, property magnate turned politician, currently a cabinet minister with the Maharashtra government, founded the Lodha Group in 1980s. Today, he licks on with his two sons Abhishek and Abhinandan, locked in a fierce legal battle over who gets to use the Lodha brand name. So what led to this situation? What are the competing arguments? And where does it go from here? We'll try to answer some of these questions. Now, after simmering tensions between the two brothers, it was decided that Abhinandan would split out from the group in 2015. To allow a structured exit, a family agreement was reached in 2017. At the time, Abhinandan was paid a sum of about 600 crore rupees for starting his own business. He decided to set up a competing realty business called the House of Abhinandan Lodha. Now, interestingly, the family agreement of 2017 barred Abhinandan Lodha from using the Lodha brand name. Later, in 2023, a fresh family agreement had been reached. This allowed Abhinandan Lodha to use the brand name House of Abhinandan Lodha. That's the name of his new venture. However, Macrotech developers led by Abhishek Lodha has alleged that there were repeated violations by Abhinandan. It alleged that Abhinandan Lodha is using the Lodha brand name to pass off his projects as being that of the Macrotech group. Now, as per Macrotech, this was illegal and violative of the family agreement. Abhishek and Abhinandan Lodha had a brief exchange with Macrotech developers asking Abhinandan to stop the use of the brand name. There was no resolution. Without any resolution in sight, Macrotech developers moved the Bombay High Court seeking 5,000 crore rupees in damages and seeking to restrain Abhinandan Lodha from using the Lodha brand name. What followed were brief hearings across January 27th and 28th. In court, Macrotech developers had submitted, and I quote here, that there is a deeply rooted conspiracy to misuse the goodwill and brand strength of the Lodha Group to gain credibility and confuse customers. Now, the counsels for Abhinandan Lodha responded by asserting that there was no confusion in the market, and that Abhinandan countered by saying that Macrotech's claims by arguing that as per the family agreement, they had only been using the brand name House of Abhinandan Lodha. Now, the Bombay High Court, however, stood firm that it wanted the issue to be settled not in court but through talks and negotiations. And after the nudge by the High Court, both the brothers agreed to talks, with retired Supreme Court Judge Justice R.V. Ravindran acting as a mediator. Interestingly, the Bombay High Court has not allowed the companies to be a part of these talks, these negotiations. Now, respective companies are not involved as a part of these mediations. So, but will the talks succeed? On January 28th, the Bombay High Court had given 3 weeks to the brothers to make peace. The High Court has said that if the talks fail, it will take up the case for further hearing on March 21st.
For more news and updates, all you need to do is follow CNBC TV18 on all of our digital platforms.